Whew. I'm a little worked up. This is good. I just had some more Coca-Cola. Alexis Fox, you are super hot. Annabelle Peaks, you are super hot. Reagan Fox, you are super hot. Kendra Lust, you are super hot. And London River, you might actually watch this video. You're super hot and sexy. Anyway, this is Reed Dudar. I'm in Batman mode. I'm in Nightwing hat. Batman poster over there. This video must be about Batman. I did my jokes in the last video. I'm not doing them again. Even though I think it's crazy that Goldberg and The Undertaker are going to wrestle in 2019, June 7th, in Saudi Arabia for the first time ever. And it's not a WrestleMania. And it's 2019. Anyway, this is about possible villains and casting choices for Matt Reeves' the Batman movie, which is supposed to come out in 2021, I believe. I think. Because Robert Pattinson, the sparkly vampire from Twilight, universally hated and regarded as trash, is possibly going to be Batman. So what could make this story even worse? Let's make the two main villains Penguin and Catwoman? Interesting. I wonder if we've ever seen a Batman movie with the two of them as the bad guys. Oh, we did in 1992. Tim Burton, Batman Returns, Michelle Pfeiffer, Danny DeVito, Michael Keaton. Secretly a Christmas movie. And actually the better Tim Burton Batman movie over the original. Too bad we haven't seen Catwoman in anything else movie-wise. Oh, we did. Catwoman, the Halle Berry trash movie that I bought for $1 that I still haven't watched. Mostly because Halle Berry's hot. Let's be honest, Halle Berry is hot. And as $1, I'll buy any kind of shitty movie for $1. Oh, didn't we see Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises? Played by Anne Hathaway? Interesting. And isn't there a TV show on Fox the last many years called Gotham? And aren't two of the main villains, bad guys, characters in that show, Penguin and the Catwoman? Played very well from what I hear. Wow, Matt Reeves. Why don't you just make a Cloverfield sequel, you trash bag? Fuck. Matt Reeves is overrated. I'm not a fan of Matt Reeves. You can search my YouTube channel. I've done videos about it before. Not a fan. I just finished a video about Robert Pattinson, how I think this is horrible, horrible casting. So, if they are going to do these villains in the Batman movie, I watched a couple YouTube videos, got inspired, which is why I'm recording this, and other people came up with some interesting casting choices, and then I added to that. So quickly, if they were going to make the Penguin as a bad guy in the Batman, who would play the Penguin? Who would be good choices? Well, I made a list of top 5 actors. This is an amateur YouTube channel. There isn't any fancy. I mean, heck, year 4, I finally have a good camera, good microphone. You know, sorry, amateur. So good casting choices for the Penguin could be Andy Serkis. That could be good. That could be really good. How about Peter Dinklage, if you want to keep the Penguin really, really tiny? I think Peter Dinklage, coming off Game of Thrones, obviously, would be amazing. I saw somewhere on a YouTube thing, Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill. That could be interesting. That could be a little inspired. Toby Jones. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but you've seen him in Captain America movies and various other movies. He would be interesting casting choice too. And Paul Giamatti. I think Paul Giamatti could be a very interesting casting choice for a new version of the Penguin. There were rumors 10 years ago that before we knew what The Dark Knight Rises was going to be, Christopher Nolan was thinking about casting, may he rest in peace now, Oscar-winning actor Philip Seymour Hoffman as an updated version of the Penguin, where he'd be like an arms dealer, because he was coming off his stint as being a really cool bad guy in Mission Impossible 3, and he just won a Best Actor Oscar for Capote. Philip Seymour Hoffman, one of the best character actors we've ever seen, may he rest in peace, would have been a great choice and an interesting take on the Penguin in the Christopher Nolan gritty real-life version of Batman that many of us love. Matt Reeves doesn't know how to do that, so it's going to be, could be good, could be really good. If you're going to cast Batman with the sparkly vampire Robert Pattinson, who is going to be awful probably, you need to hit it hard with the casting choices of other villains. And if you're going to reuse the same villains from Batman Returns because Matt Reeves is a trash bag and doesn't know how to come up with anything on his own, even though there's Batman material all around the world, comics, movies, TV shows, everywhere, animated films, but Matt Reeves knows better. Okay, so those were my 5 picks for possible Penguin casting choices. Cool. I only made 3 choices that came to my mind for Catwoman in this version of the Batman. Natalie Dormer, she was on Game of Thrones for many seasons. She's smoking hot, smoking sexy, and I think is a really good actress. And she's hot. Erica Durance, she played Lois Lane on Smallville, the best Lois Lane we've ever seen. She was also on a CTV Canadian hospital drama I can't remember the name of. Anyway, she's also really hot and sexy, and I think that she could be a great Catwoman too. And the other actress I just put on, who is also, say it with me, really hot, Olivia Munn. I think she could be great too. Yeah. So those would be my 3 choices for Catwoman. Just, off the top of my head. And I just recorded the Robert Pattinson video about me being angry about that casting and how I think it's awful casting and how all the YouTube community is somehow backing this choice universally, drinking Kool-Aid of Sheepville, of being shrills. I don't know. A lot of people are probably going to be like, hey, Reed, who would you cast as Batman? Well, funny you say that. You know who I would cast if it was up to me? I liked the Jake Gyllenhaal rumors that were happening months ago, but now he's Mysterio and he's in the MCU universe, and probably that's not going to happen. But I could have bought Jake Gyllenhaal as Batman. And I also like the idea of Jon Hamm being an older Batman like Ben Affleck, who personally is my favorite Batman we've ever seen. Ben Affleck's Batman in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and the parts of Justice League that I liked, he's the best Batman we've ever seen. And I liked what he briefly did in Suicide Squad. I liked his little monologue a little bit in Wonder Woman. I'm sorry. I like Ben Affleck, and I think Batfleck was amazing. But if Jon Hamm isn't the choice, and then Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be Mysterio in the MCU universe, you know who would be interesting? John Krasinski from The Office. That's right. The guy who's playing Jack Ryan on Amazon right now. TV series. He was in A Quiet Place. He was in 13 Hours. He's rumored to be a possible lead for the new version of Reed Richards' Mr. Fantastic if the MCU Fantastic Four updated version and all that stuff. I think John Krasinski could be a really good Batman Bruce Wayne, in my opinion. So that's my counter to all the people who are going to be like, all the Twilight fans who are probably going to yell at me and be like, Robert Pattinson is such a good choice and the sparkly vampire and blah, blah, blah. I counter with John Krasinski as my counter to you. So yeah. And then I just quickly wanted to, because it's hard to find reference material on Batman. I mean, what's the internet for? So the other issue is villains. What other villains could be in a Batman movie? Well, we have many versions of the Joker, right? A couple different versions of Two-Face we've seen. Catwoman. The Riddler. They could do a new spin on the Riddler. How about Mr. Freeze again? That could be good. Poison Ivy, maybe? The Penguin, obviously. Bane. They could do Bane again, but maybe not. Ra's al Ghul. That could be interesting. Again. But those are the main ones. How about other ones? We did see Scarecrow, but you could do Scarecrow. Hush. That could be great. Clayface. Could be interesting. Killer Croc. Right? Black Mask. Even though he's going to be the villain in the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn movie. You could do Harley Quinn if you wanted. Who else is there? There's Deadshot. There's the Dollmaker. There's Deathstroke. That could have been interesting back in the day. Hugo Strange could have been a good one, right? Batman's had some weird villains. So I just named a few that they could have went with, that Matt Reeves could do. There's 1,000 other different Batman villains. Batman has the best rogues gallery in the superhero universe. Spider-Man has number 2. That's just reality. That's just the facts. Batman, Spider-Man, 2 best rogues gallery of supervillains in comic book history, in my opinion. Yeah, so there we go. This is my video on possible casting choices for Penguin, Catwoman, for Matt Reeves' Batman movie, The Batman, with Robert Pattinson, the sparkly vampire, and other choices. Thanks, like, tweet me, find me on Twitter, read WR Dudar on Twitter, my PC account. Find my naughty Twitter if you can. My Instagram is locked, but you can find it. Yeah, anyway, that's it. Quick video. Cheers. Thanks for watching. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. Because I've never been big on Matt Reeves. And I've never seen a fucking film that Robert Pattinson's ever done. Because I don't watch non-stop trashy independent movies like all these YouTubers apparently do. And they all get off on them. That's cool. I like movies that, show up in movie theaters, even though I live in a small town that doesn't have a movie theater. But you know what I mean. And I also like movies that, sometimes appear on Netflix that have a budget. Yes, some independent movies are good. Some. That's like 5% out of 100. Anyway, cheers.